I've caught a lot of things because I was not there. Both of them were talking, so maybe since my cousin is not here, may carry the place to say some things that I've forgotten. So after everything, they now discharge me. They give the nice query and they discharge me after everything, since I was disturbing that I want to go back home and all those things. I never knew that while I was lying down on the hospital bed that the devil was still fighting, that it was not over. My shop that I spent thousands of millions of naira. My shop that I started building right from when I was a child. Well, I was 15. I do makeup. I sell things for decoration. I bake. I sell cream and all those things. I sell cosmetics. That the shop that I built for many years, that the devil decided while I was lying on the hospital bed, he decided to put fire. Everything was burned down into ashes without removing one thing from the shop. And my father here knew about it. They refused telling me. She and my cousin. The only thing that he was doing for me was just to pray for me. Just for me to leave that hospital bed and be strong. That no matter what, that God is going to restore all what I've lost back to me. My prayer was like, Daddy, me, I am not Job. Tell God not to tempt me again. Because me, I will not be able to overcome this temptation. No. Me, I know be Job. It is only Job that God tempted, allowed, and God gave devil the chance to make sure that he scattered everything that belongs to Job, both the children and whatsoever. I was like, I am not Job. Nobody should try it with me. My name is Winifred. I am not Job. Before I even knew that my shop was burned down, when they discharged me from the hospital, I knew very well my cousin was monitoring me. If I want to go and eat myself, she will follow me. My toilet and everything is inside the house. Why are you following me? I'm just going inside to ease myself. Why are you following me? She was like, your father said I should not allow you to go to anywhere alone. So I'm walking by the instruction that he gave to me. I was like, now wow. Now I don't turn president wife where everybody won't follow me for back. Go see wahala. Make I follow that. Speak Yoruba. So I never knew that both of them knew what was going on in the shop and whatsoever. Anytime that I said I want to take a walk around the street or go to my shop area and whatsoever, they will tell me, you're not that strong. Don't go to anywhere. The next thing, my cousin was like, your father said, anywhere you want to go to, I should follow you. That you should not go that far. I was like, I don't understand. How? Why? That I never applied for any bodyguard and I don't even need one. She was like, no, that they don't just want me to go. I never knew that they were like trying to protect me from going outside so that people around will not go and tell me, oh, sorry, oh, I've heard what happened to you. Your shop has been burned down, so that I will not die finally there in that place. Because that one would have been final death. I don't even think if, to me, my own belief, I don't even think if your prayer would have bring me back. Because I would have said, God, you've decided to tempt me like Job. Go take my life. But they decided to guide me. I will always be a child in your hands. When I need someone, your hands are open wide. Even when I'm growing old, I know you realize I will always be a child in your hands. That period, I was a child in his hands. Because he was like trying to watch over me so that God would not ask him a question. What happened to that soul that I gave to you? I don't know if any of you heard my testimony yesterday. How God arranged for me to see him. It is only him that understands it, because he has really changed a lot of things in my life. Things that my biological parents cannot do. He has done it for me. To the extent that everybody in my family knows very well that I fear him. That if I want to mess up or said I want to go to the beer parlor to go and drink beer or whatsoever, they will say, hey, carry that phone for me, let me call Bishop Mike. Immediately I hear Bishop Mike, I will sit down. And I will be very angry with everybody in the house. I will just lock myself inside. I never knew that they were doing me good. I couldn't stay a day without taking a bottle of beer. What is a bottle? I'll just take 3 to 4, a lady. But God passes through him and wash all those nonsense out of me. I don't eat. Drink was my food. Drink was my water. Drink was everything to me. It was as if you take a bottle of drink from my hand, that means you've taken away my life. But he did not follow it that way. He was like, after 1 bottle, don't take again. Okay, he knows I will take 5. After 4, don't take again. That week will finish. You will not go outside because they will put money into. They will put camera around that will be watching you. If you dare mess up, you will sit in Lagos and hear the report. And he will call you immediately. Immediately I see his call. I will not pick first. I will call the house and find out what is going on. Who do you call? So that I will know what to answer him. So, after I noticed that my shop was burned down, before then, he now called me and said, daughter, are you strong now? And I said, yes. He now said, can you receive any news? Like, shocking news, can you bear it? Can you cope with it? I was like, Daddy, I've seen 99. No, it's just one that is left to remain 100. And you see that one? I've not seen it up till today. Because that one is always very hard. You can count from 1 till 99. You see that one? Before you see that one, the president that is in this country will come and go. The child that they just gave birth to will grow and get married, and that you not see that one to make it 99. So he now break out the news to me that while I was in the hospital, fire entered my shop and burned everything down. I was weak. But before he announced it to me, he prayed to me. He prayed with me. And gave me this kind of, his prayer gave me this kind of boldness in me that no matter what, I will not allow anything to take away my life again. That is just an earthly thing. If I should die now, I will not carry those things down there. When I gave up, I did not remember that I have 2 children, Mirabel and Michelle. I didn't remember them at all. I didn't remember that my father exists. I didn't remember that I have a shop. I didn't remember that I have a car parked down there. But I saw myself without anything. I was like trying to encourage myself, trying to talk to myself. They were like asking me, are you okay? Finding out if I'm strong. If I said I want to sleep, they will come and tap me to see if I'm for sure if I'm sleeping or if I've died again. My dear, it was not easy. But with God, everything works perfectly. After that, my wicked auntie that I told you about, when they discharged me from the hospital, 1 week after, I started vomiting blood. I've not seen anything that I can use to measure the container, or sorry, the basin that I was vomiting blood inside. Almost to full the basin and whatsoever. I was weak and they took me again to the hospital. That was on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On Saturday, my auntie called her daughter confessing that she was the cause of me vomiting blood. She wanted taking my life since they brought me back to life again, that she just wanted to take away my life finally. But the God of Bishop Mike the God of holy fellowship. The mouth, the prayer of your mouth. The God that sitteth afar to see whatsoever that is going on here, which no mind can do it, brought me back to life and seized that blood. Immediately they called him to tell him just a word of a prayer. Everything in my life returned back to normal. And after she must have finished confessing, she was like looking for me to confess to me. I was like, I don't want to hear a confession. It's as if I even knew it. That in her mind she still have some wicked things to do. Let her go to the church and confess to the pastors. Not me. Who am I for her to come and confess all those nonsense too? And by the way, I don't even want to hear it. All what I want to say is that this God is too faithful. What my father could not do, what my mother could not do, what my siblings, what my friends could not do, God did it. And he passed through the mouth of my assistant God to do it as well for me. I will say, may all glory, may all honor, may all adoration return back to him alone. To him alone we give all the praise to.
Can we sing this song? Don't go yet. I'm going to anoint you. Hallelujah for the Lord.
Omnipotent reigneth. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah for the Lord. Omnipotent reigneth. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
So October the whole thing started. They were surprised. In fact, when doctors confirmed that death at Calabar Teaching Hospital, and daddy and mommy and brother came from Abuja, they came to carry her cousin to and bury her. But Nancy, her cousin, said, no. Her father in Lagos said, I said, who is that her father? Then the daddy said, but he is the father. He said, no, it's not you I'm talking about. He said, her father in the Lord. He said, I should run to the hospital and say she's not there. They came to the hospital because she was dead there, she didn't know what was happening, to collect her cough and malaria. But Nancy was disturbing me throughout Saturday. They know she was crying on the bus. I said, she's not there. Until that Sunday when I went to Bishop Oboni's church to pray, she called me and said, Bishop Mike, you serve a true God, a living God. I don't want to hear bad news. It's only we say, yes, it's good news. Say your daughter has come back. You know, the dead body will not know what was happening. She only knew what she saw in the realm of the spirit when she died. Because she died on Friday night and she came back to life on Sunday morning. So the final thing she saw, he said, I flew into that place, that grave, you know, like representing her, where her grandmother welcomed her. Say she should come and join them. After I thrown all the food away separately, I just flew in and I carry her at my back. And I said, Winnie, you have stayed enough here, let's go now. And the grandmother was saying, where are you carrying my grandmother to? I didn't go outside. I just flew out. That was when she came back. I was ministering at Chapel of Praise that Sunday morning. Now, when she recovered at the Navy Hospital, the doctor that treated her now, the doctor is ahead of her. So she too is willing to come to Lagos with Nancy to come and share the testimony. But he too said this is impossible. Because they said at the time they took her to Navy Hospital, there was no more blood in her. All the blood they gave her at teaching hospital in Calabar dried up. So they began to pump new blood. They even said the blood they gave her at teaching hospital is a bad blood. So now when she recovered, the first thing she said, where's my daddy? Where's my daddy? Say, Bishop Man, I want to talk to you now. Say, tell them to take me out of this. I said, but you just recovered. I prayed with her. About a week, less than a week when she was discharged, this auntie attacked her again. She was in her house and she was vomiting blood. They called me and said, rush her back to the hospital. I didn't want her home. I didn't want to tell her. But she kept telling me, who's the NDC? Tell me. I said, I know, but I don't want to spoil your family. I don't want to scatter your family. I don't want to say, tell me the person. So that day, that woman was in Port Harcourt. She was confessing that she wanted to kill Winnie. And she used her witchcraft power to attack her. Said, but suddenly fire came from where she cannot explain and struck her. She began to confess. Now that was last day. Instead of her, she confessed to repent. She refused to repent. So Monday last week, she had the accident that she planned of her peace. And Tuesday morning, she died. And her first daughter, at the age of 35 years, she told me one time, I said, He told me you are a father in the Lord. They were both Christians from childhood. She started singing in the church for 8 years. They were all attending church. My mother is an academic minister in the church. The father too is a deep man in Christianity. But we're talking about covenant. There is theoretical Christianity and practical Christianity. When God showed practical Christianity in that family, none of them together. I told you when she arrived in Lagos, she gave the phone to me. I spoke to her biological dad. He said, I thank God she's with you now. Now, the testimony of our kidnap, the ritual killers kidnapped her for 5 days. And they couldn't kill her. She will share that on Sunday. I told her that you should just share only one today.
What a marvelous God! What a marvelous God! He has done marvelous things for me. What a
say, but you should have told us now. Even Nancy that it was her mother said, if she had let her die, you know my mother is to get me. The day she died, they took her to the house. Not for burial. They were relating that the wicked man in their family had died. Because her bone was broken into pieces. Because she died. And doctor said she cannot walk again. Thank God she confessed the second time in Canada. In the presence of her son-in-law to be. On the day of registry, the guy disappeared. The woman was behind it. She confessed. Our own daughter was confessed. She said she's the one that doesn't want her children to get married. So the doctor too admitted that who is getting married to her cousin. Here it so now you day behind this. The guy on his registry day just disappeared. He didn't come to register. And he went and hid it. Oh my God. You know was the one preaching. He must have slept by now. You know. So I'm a wife. And I don't want you to see that I want to share. My daughter, let me anoint you. Please everybody rise to your feet. Yes.